Hey everyone, TG here, and welcome to the free video. We're having some technical issues down in Austin. We got some crazy weather down there, snow and all that stuff, so the power and the internet has been very intermittent, so we're all helping out as a team to get on board and fill in the spots where we need to. So I'm up here in Washington, everything's doing fine for me, and so I'm going to be doing the free video and the other nightly video tonight. But before we get into that, what I wanted to let you guys know is that I'm going to be doing a free webinar tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 17th, at 7 p.m. Central. It's going to be talking about the class that I have coming up on the 20th about how I'm trading this raging bull market that we find ourselves in. There have been some absolutely incredible moves going on. And one of the big things that's happened to me is last week, when actually the market dipped on Wednesday, I took two accounts grew up by $1 million in each. So I had more than a $2 million day last week on Wednesday, and this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. So we're having a lot of fun with it, and I want to make sure that you guys all know how I'm doing it, and so I'm going to teach you how I trade, how to use the Moxie indicator. So come check out the free webinar tonight to give you a little bit more information, or you guys can go straight to it and to the sign up for the class, which is simplertrading.com/take. And the other one is simplertrading.com/million. All right, so let's jump into the market, show you what's going on a little bit. In my session today, I was a little concerned. I had a little bit of caution being put out there because the market just feels it's getting a little bit stretched. You know, it's not extended necessarily, but I think that it looks a little tired. What we've been seeing recently is, well, what I'll say is that when the market is really hot and going pretty fast, it can run along the 8 EMA pretty well, like we've seen that. But when it runs out and wants to do some sort of pullback, typically that pullback will go to the daily 21 that we've seen, and then we get the bigger ones down to the daily 50. And we're kind of like here, you know, we are running along the 8 EMA, and I'm not sure it's going to be strong enough. So I am wondering, I'm starting to look around for some clues that maybe price is going to fall off of the daily 8 EMA and perhaps head to the daily 21. We never know where it's going to go, but I do think something is coming. The other thing is I imagine price is going to fall off of the hourly 50, and I am just not seeing much strength here on the 15-minute Moxie indicator. And then with that, I can show you the IWM. This has been one of the stronger places, as we all know, and it's kind of been doing some oscillations. It was overbought here, and it is back to the hourly 50, but again, I am not seeing much strength here on the 15-minute Moxie, and we're still underneath these moving averages. So I'm a little concerned. Just need to make sure that, hey, there might be a dip coming. If there is, make sure you keep some powder dry so that if it dips and we get bought back up, you'll have firepower to add back into the market. The other thing that I was looking at is the SMH, which is the semiconductors, and this has actually been a pretty good indicator of when things are extended. If you look here, third ATR, third ATR, third ATR, third ATR, third ATR, third ATR, and we're back there again. And every time that it's gone up there, it's pulled back, and that also kind of coincides with the market pulling back. And then if we also look at the hourly chart, we're pretty far off of the hourly 50. Seems like there might be some resting or a slight pullback that needs to happen. Now, some other names that are kind of, you know, we're looking at some of the leaders, and we know that Amazon and Apple, they're just not doing anything right now. We're looking at things like Tesla because the EV space is generally pretty hot, but it's been kind of holding out for a little while. I think these names are generally just going sideways, waiting for support here. You know, there is kind of a double bottom here. I haven't seen them turned up yet. I haven't seen them find a bottom yet, but I am looking for them to catch some support and hopefully get going again soon, and maybe they will help lead the way for some of these other ones. You know, we also kind of look at something like NIO. You know, it's been hanging out for a while. There's nothing wrong with it, but they're just not going yet, and just kind of flagging, We do have earnings coming up. Maybe that's what it's waiting for, and we're just waiting to see when these things are going to get their butts in gear and get moving. Now, that being said, strangely enough, I don't know if there was news or anything like that, but CBAT actually started perking up at the end of the day. This is one of the names that my group is in, and same thing, it's been going sideways for a little bit, and perhaps this is what it needed. It bounced off of the hourly 200, bounced off the 15-minute 50. Everything is looking pretty good here. So that was a good day, and it was on volume. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. These things should be, if they're just going sideways, eventually if they hold up, that will turn into support and they'll start moving up. And I'd like to see more kind of follow along this path like CBAT. So, all right, hope everybody has a good day out there. Remember, if you guys are interested in seeing me tomorrow night, it's going to be here, simplertrading.com/million, and we'll tune into you then. Later.